You definitely enjoy watching movies, so we've got great news. Many incredible productions are going to be released soon, but do you have any idea which amazing new releases are on the way? Peppa Pig, Perfect Vacation. The most famous little pig in children's cartoons has already had a few movies before, but nothing like her upcoming production. Peppa Pig, Perfect Vacation is a special feature-length film that is being made for the character's Chinese audience, with the story revolving around the vacation that the pig family will take in China. The biggest difference in this movie is that, unlike all the episodes of the series, the characters and the environments will be created using computer animation. That's right, for the first time we will see Peppa and her friends in 3D. This idea always scared fans a bit, since the characters in Peppa Pig are always drawn from the side and could look scary if seen in 3 dimensions, but the result turned out to be much better than anyone could have imagined. We know this because the teaser for the movie, which was shown in theaters in China, ended up leaking online. The film is scheduled to be released on August 24th, 2026, but only in China. It will only arrive in the United States, and probably the rest of the world, starting on November 22nd. So, are you excited to see Peppa in her brand new adventure? And we're just getting started because we're going to talk about 13 new movies you didn't know are coming. And for you who made it this far, we have a special invitation. Click the join button down below and become part of our exclusive group of subscribers. We have 3 plans for you to choose from. You can become a Wave Fund member and use our badges on your profile and special emojis in the channel's video comments. Or you can become a Wave Plus member and get early access to our videos and priority replies in the comments. But if you want access to our exclusive members-only videos and polls, you can become a Wave Max member. Starting at $2.99, you can become the newest member of Cinewave. Click now and get even closer to us. A Minecraft movie too. If someone traveled back in time and told Minecraft fans that Jack Black would play Steve in a live-action adaptation of the game, everyone would laugh and think it was just a joke. But that's exactly what ended up happening, and the result was a hilarious movie that became successful enough for a sequel to be announced. A Minecraft movie 2 has everything it needs to be even more incredible than the first film, because there are many elements from the games that still haven't been explored. Monsters, biomes, dimensions, and weapons. Not to mention that we should see more of Alex, the game's female protagonist. She appeared in the post-credits scene, so it's possible that the character will have a big role alongside Steve. There are also several things that were cut from the first movie that could be reused, such as the presence of the Ender Dragon. He is the final boss of Minecraft and was originally going to be the main villain of the first movie before being replaced by Malgosha. We already know how long we'll have to wait to see all of this. The movie is scheduled to come out on July 23rd, 2027. The Incredibles 3. Proof that Pixar can successfully create animated movies in any genre is the Incredibles franchise. The first film was released before the superhero genre became extremely popular thanks to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and even so, it's still one of the best superhero movies ever made, and The Incredibles 2 is also really great. After so many years, it has finally been confirmed that Pixar is producing The Incredibles 3, and that's simply fantastic. We've all missed this universe, and we know very well that the Parr family still has many adventures ahead of them. There are also several questions that this new movie could answer. For example, what is the origin of the Super's powers? What happened to Underminer after he managed to escape in The Incredibles 2? Could a superhero from Mr. Incredible's era return to action? And what if that veteran hero becomes the villain of the new movie? We'll discover the answers to those questions in 2028 when The Incredibles 3 hits theaters. Bluey the Movie. Bluey is, without a doubt, one of the biggest children's animation phenomena of the last few years. And thankfully, this phenomenon won't remain just a TV series, because it will also get its first feature film. Bluey the Movie is scheduled to premiere on August 6th, 2027, and it will be something very unique because it will be made using computer animation. Yes, just like the new Peppa movie. Who would have thought, right? This is another movie that promises to be amazing. The show was able to create incredible episodes with only 7 minutes of runtime, and the 30-minute special episode called The Sign proved that Bluey can tell even more emotional stories with longer episodes. Now imagine the quality of a movie that lasts more than an hour. A lot of people are definitely going to cry by the end. That much we can be sure of. Ice Age Boiling Point. The last film in the main Ice Age saga was released 10 years ago in 2016, but that won't stop a new chapter in the story of the craziest animals of the prehistoric age from being released, because Ice Age Boiling Point will arrive on February 5th, 2027. Plans for the movie were originally announced back in 2016, but it was only in 2024 that it was officially confirmed. The franchise went through a few problems before this movie could finally move forward, because its original studio, Blue Sky Studios, was shut down in 2021 due to financial difficulties. So, which of these movies are you most excited to watch? Leave a comment below with #movie and your answer. Minions and Monsters. Who doesn't love the Minions? They are one of the main reasons why the Despicable Me movies became such an astronomical success, to the point that they were the main characters in 2 hugely successful films. And now they're getting a brand new movie, Minions and Monsters, scheduled to be released on July 1st of this year. This new story about Gru's little henchmen will be completely different because, as the movie's title makes very clear, it will also be about monsters. From what we've seen in the promotional materials, the plot is pretty easy to understand. The Minions will be helping to produce a movie about monsters, and they will perform a summoning ritual to bring real monsters into the real world. The little bit we've seen from the production already makes it clear that the movie might even be funnier than the previous ones. Minecraft the series. Thankfully, a Minecraft movie 2 is not the only confirmed production set in the Minecraft universe. It has already been confirmed that Mojang is working on a Minecraft series that will be released on Netflix. The series will be 100% animated instead of live action like the movie, and seeing that will definitely be amazing. It's very likely that we'll see something similar to Minecraft Story Mode, a choice-based game set in the Minecraft universe that was even adapted by Netflix as an interactive series with multiple choices, until it was eventually removed from the platform. The series was confirmed in 2024, but we still don't know when it will be released. It's possible that it could arrive later this year or in 2027. Coco 2. Other incredible Disney movies besides The Incredibles are also getting sequels, and one of them is Coco. Many people even consider this to be the best Pixar movie of all time. Let's be honest, it's at the very least one of the most emotional ones, since it mainly explores themes like life, death, and the legacy we leave behind. Watching the ending of this movie without crying is practically impossible. Very few people expected a sequel to Coco to ever be made, but now that Disney wants to revisit and expand on all of its biggest successes, this decision makes perfect sense. We still don't have an exact release date, but we do know that the movie will most likely come out in 2029. The Cat in the Hat. The children's books written by Dr. Seuss are true classics, and some of them inspired pretty good movies like The Grinch and The Lorax. One that wasn't quite as lucky was The Cat in the Hat, which was adapted into a live-action movie in 2003, but it received a lot of criticism. However, that's about to change because a brand new adaptation is currently being produced. On November 6th, 2026, an animated version of The Cat in the Hat will arrive in theaters. The trailer already suggests that the problems from the original movie will be avoided. Because it's an animated film, we won't have the issue of the book's bizarre elements becoming creepy or unsettling for children. And on top of that, the silly yet creative sense of humor from the books will be the main focus this time. The Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Bros., Sonic, Minecraft, Mortal Kombat. Many video games have received movie adaptations in recent years, and most of them have turned out great. The trend of adapting games into movies will probably keep growing, and Nintendo will be one of the main reasons for that. Besides making the incredible Mario movie with Illumination, the studio is preparing more adaptations of its games, and one of them is the live-action movie of The Legend of Zelda, a fantastic RPG franchise whose games usually follow the hero Link as he fights against evil. Another extremely important character is Princess Zelda, who gives the saga its name. The movie is currently being produced right now, and we even already know who the actors will be for the main characters. Link will be played by Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, and Zelda will be portrayed by Bo Bragason. As for the release date, we'll have to wait until May 7th, 2027 to see this adaptation, which could potentially lead to several movies. Wanna keep having fun with us? Then subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Gatto. If you're a Pixar fan, you can celebrate because one of their upcoming movies looks like it has a lot of potential. And if you're a cat lover, you can celebrate too, because this promising Pixar film is actually about a cat. Nero will be a very charming feline who lives in Venice, Italy. The problem is that he will face prejudice for being a black cat, something surrounded by all those myths about bad luck. And to make things even worse, Nero will be in debt to a local feline mafia boss. Yes, there is a cat mafia in this universe. You can already tell that the movie will be full of personality, and it gets even better. The animation's visual style will resemble hand-painted artwork, which will make everything feel even more unique. If you're wondering about the release date, relax, because we have good news. The movie will come out on March 5th, 2027, so it will be less than a year before we finally get to meet Nero. Ray Gun. We talked earlier about The Incredibles 3, but did you know it won't actually be directed by Brad Bird, the creator of the franchise who directed the first two movies? This time, he'll only be working on the screenplay, and there's a reason for that. Brad Bird will be busy working on another film called Ray Gun. This production will have a completely different style, focusing on the last human private detective in a futuristic world where humans and aliens live together. Ray Gun will mix mystery and science fiction, drawing inspiration from classic films, which actually fits perfectly with the somewhat 1960s inspired style of The Incredibles. Get ready, because Ray Gun will be released on Netflix sometime in 2026. The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender. Disney isn't the only studio bringing back its classics. Avatar: The Legend of Aang was an incredibly successful animated series, and even received a live-action remake produced by Netflix. But the timeline of the animated shows hasn't been abandoned, because the original Aang will return in The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender. The movie will take place after the events of the original animated series and before The Legend of Korra, with Aang now being an adult and an experienced avatar at the peak of his power. It will be an amazing film both for longtime fans of the original show and for those who started following the franchise through Netflix's version, but we'll only be able to watch it starting on October 9th of this year. The next step is right in front of you. 2 fun-filled videos waiting for your click. Thanks, and see you soon.